Hi, welcome to the installation guide for Portfolio Tracker version 2. This is a long time in the making. I started developing version 2 probably beginning of the year, taking the existing spreadsheet model and building out a Python app which pretty much does the exact same thing, but with lots more. Yeah, so this is just a quick installation guide of how to install it. First things to note that obviously Portfolio Tracker works for MultiWalk. So for those people who have MultiWalk and MultiWalk Trader to be specific, it still works exactly the same way as the strategy, the Portfolio Tracker used to work with the spreadsheet. That you would run the various projects that you have. I've got all these projects in the past strategy as well as the buy and hold, which I'll go into in a second. They all get saved in here as you run it, and you can remember that when you're setting this up, you need to run it with all these various settings. So number one, I override. I override using TradeStation. I use you have to make sure that equity data in your code files are output. I override. This is just for making sure you reconciles perfectly to TradeStation's engine. Use inside bar back testing, resolution 1, and then this is the key thing that the individual multiple project gets saved where it is exactly where it's currently. It doesn't save it, into a new folder, so it overwrites the existing workbook. So each one has all the workflow files, and you can see it's worked because you have the various files here. And this is what I use, and I basically import into my tool. Buy and hold is something separate. Obviously, it's a very simple strategy that I apply to all the symbols that I'm trading. So right now, and I create a folder which is just specific for all the output of all the buy and hold. And what it basically is, if you look at the trade data, it looks at the P&L and maximum excursion for and against of entering long at the beginning of the day and exiting at the end of the day. And what basically I'm able to do is I can actually get the range of each day by looking at, well, what's the maximum you would have made during the day, and that's the maximum you would have lost. So here I would have made $20, and max I lost 300. So the range for the day was 320. Here it just went up from the start of the day. So I would have made the range for that day is 430. And so basically I can get the ranges for each day. I can get the ATRs across different time periods, and I use that ATR data and the market data in my portfolio tracker. So this gets shared. This workspace gets shared, and you can manipulate it if you're trading other symbols that you would like. And it's just this simple strategy. This is a dummy walk forward, and I run it, and I run them all together. And yeah, so then this is basically the installation guide. So when you download it, and you'll get this thing. Because I haven't paid for it to be signed, you have to just tell Windows you can trust it. And now once we roll it again, it's just that I haven't spent the money to do this. It's not really worth it. So we just install for everyone. We go yes. I'm going to accept. This gives you a bit of details, a little BAU stuff. I'm going to install it into program files. Perfect. It should be default. That's fine. I'm going to do a start menu. Yes, that's fine. Create a shortcut. This gives me, and then we go bam. And so then we're installing. Shouldn't take a second. Alright, so now we go. It's basically a local web application. When you double click the icon, you'll see what happens. You'll open to this. You can minimize the browser and come back to it at any time. Choose exit. First time, you'll need to get your license key, actually your customer number, which I'll update anyway. Perfect. Finish. That's it. Okay, so now there's the app. We can pin to the taskbar if you want. And then it just opens. Now, I am going to quickly do this and get my license key because you don't need to see that. And it just takes your customer number and your license key that I will give you. And then you'll pops up to this, and this just creates a work space folder which will keep all the various inputs and portfolios and settings and everything. So I've defaulted this. You can select somewhere else if you want. I'm going to create, and bam. You can see this is everything. So, and you'll see all these different functions. You'll have how this works. Happy days. Yeah. I'll go into a bit more detail in another video, but this is now I'm installed. It's all set up, and everything's working. Thank you.